Some would say you're still a little crazy.
A little?
Cooper and Art gain another hater.
You're kind of embarrassing yourself. Love Island is where a bunch of like hot people have sex on an island. Do you think you would want to get married? So this podcast is going on a break. Welcome guys to the Cooper and Art show. My name is Art.
And I'm Cooper.
And this is our episode number 19. We're back in New York City. It's Pride month, almost done. Have you been prideful this month?
I've been very prideful, yes.
Did you do any prideful stuff this month?
I will be doing prideful stuff this weekend.
Yeah.
It's New York City Pride. Like on Sunday's the parade, but Planet Pride's on Saturday. And a couple of my friends have tickets to that, so we might end up going to that. Yeah, it should be pretty fun.
I'm going to the wedding during the Pride weekend.
Right, that's right.
I think they're homophobic now.
They specifically put it on that day because they were like, let's avoid that area.
This wedding is going to be Irish and Jewish, so it's going to be a lot of Irish music. If I have some Irish people, you guys should let me know what do Irish people dance to in weddings. Maybe I should learn some. I want to be, participant because I like to dance. Have you been to the weddings before?
I've never been to a wedding before.
Not a single one.
Not a single one.
Wow.
Yeah. I feel like I'm missing out.
You really are gay.
I really am gay. Yeah, I feel like it's I'm just missing out on the whole atmosphere of it.
Do you think you would want to get married? Or you don't care?
That's a big question.
I know, it's like out of nowhere.
I'm a little young for that question.
But for now, you think in future, could you see yourself having a husband, or you don't think it's important?
I could see it, as a possibility, yeah.
Okay. Some people don't really care about formalities.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I get that, but I don't know. I feel like I'd want that eventually.
You'll start with a boyfriend first, and then.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Also, we should probably mention that it's 97 degrees today.
Yeah.
Third day in a row.
It was 100 degrees yesterday.
Yeah. I kind of like it.
You do?
I don't know. I'm thinking about going for a walk today.
You have fun with that.
Yeah. I just feel like it's better than super cold. REC is fine. Some people have electricity off in New York because of their outage.
Insane.
Yeah. So I could not imagine how do people do this.
I would just move.
Where?
Here.
Yeah. Not everyone is fortunate as you are.
Which leads us to our next topic.
Yeah, which one?
I finally moved into my apartment.
Oh yeah, so...
This weeks-long process has finally come to an end.
How do you feel?
I feel good.
Yeah.
It's nice waking up and it's I'm all moved in. I fully live here now.
What time did you wake up today?
What was our next topic?
No, I'm just curious. There is no judgment.
No judgment here. I think I woke up at 11.
That's not bad.
It's not great on a Wednesday.
What time did you go to sleep?
Maybe 2.
Okay, that's not bad. Maybe we should give people advice. As our show is Hoda and Jenna, they have advice for people.
Yeah.
How do we survive the 100-degree weather?
Stay inside. Stay hydrated. Wear sunscreen if you do go outside. You should be wearing sunscreen anyway. But, yeah, that's probably the big 3.
I've seen a lady yesterday walking with umbrella. So they say that umbrella helps you too. And I've seen TikTok today that you have to normalize walking with umbrella during the sunny days, not only during the rain. And treat a bad sun like a rain.
Yeah, you gotta. And it's
low-key umbrella is giving.
Yeah. And the thing that is, though, I feel like people only think about the sun when it's really hot out, but the sun is still there. Mm-hmm. Even if it's even
if it's
70
cloudy,
degrees summer day. Yeah, it's
even
still
if it's
there.
winter.
You will get burned.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I wasn't educated about sun as much as you are, but I'm learning, guys. So also I put a new topic here, Love Island. I was considering watching it today because a lot of people talk about it on TikTok, and I keep swiping. like, and it still gets pushed out to me. And there's like so much drama going on, but apparently it's like 3 episodes per week or something. It's like a lot of episodes, so you're not being able to catch up.
Yeah,
but
it's so much.
basically Love Island is where a bunch of like hot people have sex on an island, right? Is that the whole point? Or
The plot is like, yeah, I mean, it's. I watched the first episode of this season, and it was like just a bunch of people showing up. First off, these people are like 30, and they show up, and they're like, "Hey, I'm 21. I'm blah blah." I'm like, dude, why are we lying here? You are clearly not 21.
Yeah.
And they all show up and they're like, oh, I'm looking for a relationship or whatever. None of these people are equipped to do a long-term relationship. It's like all people who are definitely just looking for fun. And I mean, like, not even the people on The Bachelor last. Imagine like this show, which is like, this is like the hookup version of The Bachelor.
Yeah, I don't know what people who go on this type of show like think of. Like, honestly, some people want to get social media following, but usually 10 years ago when you were going on a reality show, you would get like a lot of followers on social media. Now it's not the case because there's just so many, so many shows, and it's hard to get this follow from people after a TV show. But I'm just like, you're kind of embarrassing yourself. I mean, it's fun, right? But it's just like from participant perspective. But I guess we embarrass ourselves when I ask kiss or slap too sometimes. But you know what? That's up to.
But you're creating your own brand.
I'm creating actually a video, and I'm making money out of it. Majority of those people don't really make money out of it, even after the show, unless they start an OnlyFans. I actually
This took a turn.
I actually said the indicator that we're in recession is because Harry Jowsey actively promoting his OnlyFans on Twitter. Like, he's just putting the bulge there. And it's funny because this guy was like on Netflix, on Dancing with the Stars,
as he
on
should.
so many things, right, on TV. So you would have thought he doesn't need OnlyFans anymore to sustain himself, but the reality is just those shows, they're basically kind of for your ego, and they don't really pay much, and you're still relying your biggest income on OnlyFans, even though he doesn't really deliver much there. Not me coming after Harry Jowsey. No, it's just really indicator.
Cooper and Art gain another hater.
Yeah, it's just really indicator that it's a recession right now. I don't know why would you go there. I understand going Survivor because Survivor has like legacy.
I mean, maybe you just want to like hook up with people. Maybe that's like your MO.
You want a little clout too.
That's sort of the MO of the show. They should just call it like Hookup Island instead of Love Island.
I would love to do a gay Love Island, but I would be a host there.
Didn't they do this?
I don't know if they did. Not in this country, for sure. Definitely not. Maybe like Netherlands or somewhere else, but everybody says that gay Love Island will be a big, huge orgy.
Well, they did a Fire Island Pine show, right?
It was a Vaughn movie.
Oh, they did a show too, I think.
Really?
I think so.
I've never heard of it.
Yeah, it was terrible. It definitely only went on for like 1 season.
Yeah, so I've never heard of it, but me and Chris were thinking about doing like gay reality show for like 3 years now, but
would you guys be the host?
Yeah, we were thinking about like doing like 2 teams. We had a lot of teams. We actually talked to like executive producer.
One would be the tops and one would be the bottoms.
Oh, that's a good point. But we talked to like one producer, and he said that it takes like 6-7 weeks of filming. So you need, I was like, how do you film it 6-7 weeks? That's like a lot of time. Because I talked to like Joey Mills, who like was in a reality TV show, and he definitely told me like shorter. It's not 6-7 weeks.
Yeah.
And then they told us that in order to create a gay reality show, you need to make sure that it's not only a good for like gay guy who is watching it, but it's also good for like Midwestern woman, so she can watch it too. In order for it to get like.
And how do you do that?
Well, I don't know. Like, maybe that's why we don't have any. Because that's like the whole point. I think this is a new TV show that we talked about, the gay one, Overcompensating.
Yeah.
I think that got a lot of like popularity through like the girls and the gays. we shouldn't watch. It's very cheesy and corny. I watched the first 6 episodes of it, and I didn't. I will finish. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think it's like interesting concept, but
I think that's. I mean, I feel like all shows that revolve around dating are gonna have this like cheesy, corny aspect of it because that's how they keep it.
They call it like millennial show, you know, like it's a lot of like millennials could relate to like this kind of dating because now when you're Gen Z or like it's gonna be even younger soon, like your dating experience was different from
millennials. If you were a millennial, you grew up in the era of like The Bachelor and The Bachelorette. So I feel like that was sort of the big start to all of this. And then these are just sort of like spin-offs of that. We went to Townhouse this past week.
Yeah, you sang a song.
Yeah,
Should we put a little video?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do a little video.
Yeah.
Boom. We were done like eating, and we were thinking we should go for a townhouse for a drink. And Johnny said, "Can you text Cooper so he can sing for us a song?" And I texted him, and he came over. A lot of people were very obsessed with you singing. A lot of people kept coming to you.
They really liked it. It's always fun to sing. And I hadn't done it in a few months, and it was emptier this time, so you could actually hear it, which is nice. So yeah, it was fun. It was so funny how you were like, "Oh, like come out to Townhouse," and then the next text was like, "Your Uber's gonna be here in 2 minutes." It's like
sometimes I like to take it all in my hands. I have to do it in my life. So we decided, me and Johnny yesterday, we decided to go to Ptown for 4 days. We went there last year during the 4th of July, and it's like a lot of like circuit parties, which I don't really like. But the year before, we went a week before the 4th of July, like kind of where we're going now. And it was pretty fun. So we are going to go there during the week on Monday to Friday, I think, because it's just cheaper. You know who's going to be there? My personal trainer, Joe.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, he's going for like 12 days too.
Oh my God, that's so cool.
So I'll see him. And we're going to be there. Chris is not coming. No one is coming. It's just 2 of us. So I'm going to try to do my best and film a vlog with some plot. I'm going to definitely, like, I think I have this idea of filming how much do I spend in a day?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna put like all the costs from like hotel, Uber, everything, and like restaurant, and it's gonna be insane. Especially because I want to put it on the first day.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're not gonna like go to a nice dinner every night, but we're gonna go at least twice.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of excited this because I know it's gonna be a lot of like crazy comments, but again, the reason we're able to do this is because we split everything together, so that's pretty much the whole point.
The Fire Island video where you're like, yeah, it's only like a $300 ride to the boat, and people were in the comments like, this is not normal, this is not a it's like, maybe we should have clarified that we split that.
It was, but that's like what I assumed. I said that if it's like 4 people, 300, you know, it's not as bad, and like it's still like comparing to train, you're saving like only $50, but it's like the easiest way to get there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna do this, and hopefully we'll do some interviews on Sunday. So
that would be cool.
That would be really helpful because I have not been creating a lot of content on Instagram. It's time. Podcast is going on a break. Oh, that's good for a preview.
Because next week you guys are gonna be in Ptown, right?
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
So we won't be able to film it.
Yeah.
So this podcast is going on a break. No, but
so
yeah,
break.
It's gonna be our 1 week of break, and then I'll be back on Sunday. And Johnny's gonna be gone the whole week, and I'm gonna be here for like, I think a week and 2 days without him. So you'll have a lot of me. you'll have a lot of me.
It's really gonna go from 0 to 100.
Yeah.
You're gonna be gone, and then you're gonna be fully
fully invested, fully inside. So yeah, and yeah. Also, wait, it's 8 years since I moved to America.
Woo!
And we celebrated a little bit on my live stream.
8 years since you moved to America. So your 8-year anniversary in America is like a week before the
4th of July.
4th of July.
Kind of like 10 days before, yeah.
Your 9th year anniversary is going to be on the 250th anniversary, or like a week before
Yeah.
the anniversary of this country.
That's iconic.
Yeah. Did you hop off the plane at LAX?
No, I hop off on the plane in New York City.
Okay.
Basically, what happened, I found a guy on a Facebook who was a gay dude who immigrated from Ukraine in 1990s.
Wow.
As a Jewish guy, there was like some program there. And I was looking for a house on a Facebook groups because that's how people look for a house who go for work. He posted an ad, and it was like an ad for his house, and it was such a good ad, I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
And basically the night, I think at 8 p.m. European time, he texted me. He finally responded to me because I applied to it, right, or whatever.
Yeah.
Before I applied to it, he's like, hey, yeah, I have the whole house, summer house, townhouse, and I don't really live there. I only come for the weekends. So you will have the whole floor for like $100 per week.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, that's a lot. Just for like some people who are like students and who are like regular seasonal workers, just for comparison, they were splitting like a room for 4 people and they paid $100 per week.
Yeah.
So that was an incredible deal for me.
Yeah.
But he wanted to interview me and I still was in a closet. And I really didn't know if he was gay, but I assumed.
Yeah.
We did a Skype call. Do you know Skype? Mm-hmm. So we did a Skype call like a week before and he was like, yeah, like, you know, I am living in DC, whatever. And then he mentioned, I'm also like part of the LGBT community. I hope you're okay with this because, you know, I left Soviet Union, whatever, they were not okay. And like, I know that they're a little behind. And I was like in a closet. I was like, obviously I'm okay. I was like, yeah, I respect everybody. So he did like this kind of interview with me.
As a straight man.
For like 30 minutes, yeah. And then basically, you know, he didn't give me any bad vibes at all. And I was like, okay, you know, it's a little risky. There is like this guy I'm going to who knows where, you know. But I was like, that was my best chance because I like comfort.
Yeah.
Since I said, I guess you can see it. So I knew if
I do too.
I knew if I'm going to be like living with like 4 other people, it would not be the best for me.
Yeah, that would suck.
Basically what happened, like my flight was at like 6 a.m. I think. So I had to leave at like 4 a.m. So this guy texted me on Facebook at like 8 p.m., like 12 hours before my flight or 14. And he's like, hey, yeah, like, by the way, like, this is my address. I'm down to like let you in. I was like, that's great. Because basically I was going in nowhere. I just knew that I have to take a Greyhound from New York City, from Port Authority to Ocean City.
Yeah.
So I was just basically coming here with like, okay, I'll figure out on the spot how to buy a ticket and everything.
Exactly.
And the ticket was like $80 or $90, but like all I had was like $500. So that was a really big part of my budget. But yeah, so I got to New York City, but he texted me at 8 p.m. and then not only he said that, you know, he's gonna let me in, but he said he has like some miles, flying miles that's gonna expire soon.
Yeah.
So he offered me to buy me a ticket from New York City to Washington, D.C.
Gotcha.
Which is kind of wild.
That is wild, yeah.
Think about like, you've never seen this person, right?
Yeah.
And he buys you a ticket.
I was wondering, because I saw that picture of you in
Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
Ocean City.
And then Ocean City. And I was like, okay, did he like make his way down from New York City after you?
So that's what happened is he was like, yeah, I'm going to buy you a ticket if you want. And you'll have like, you know. So he buys me a ticket, which was probably like $200, was not that. But for me, it was insane, you know, like all I had 500. So he buys me a ticket to New York, from New York to Washington, D.C. But the thing is, all I had is like 40 minutes to switch my flight.
Yeah.
After international flying, when I landed, there was like 300 people in front of me to check the customs. So I had to go through the customs because it's my first year coming, and like you always have to go through the customs. And they would ask you like, why are you coming here? You know, all these questions. So I was like, okay, I'm only having 40 minutes. How am I gonna get to like different terminal? I think I think it was different terminal.
Yeah.
Or it was the same terminal. I don't remember. But it was like, I have 40 minutes. How am I gonna make it? I was like, I'm not gonna make it. But then there was like this guy who worked there. I was like, hey, sorry, with my broken English, and I was like, I have 40 minutes to go to my different plan. So he basically lets me skip all these 300 people.
Wow.
And
He's a real one for that.
yeah, he lets me skip all these 300 people. I'm going, and when I'm getting my first person who talks to me in customs, he starts speaking to me in Polish.
Oh, wow.
So because he is Polish, but he's American.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know what I mean? And he's like, he starts speaking in Polish, and then basically he asked me a couple of questions, and then it's like, welcome to America. And I was like, thank God.
Thank God.
Yeah. And then I just like start running like crazy, but I had to like check in my bag. It was weird. In order to check in my bag, I needed to get like credit card, which I didn't have.
Yeah.
But you can get a credit card at the airport just
Yeah.
for this small thing. Have it
Yeah.
happened to you before? This is so
no.
weird. But the lady was like not supportive, and I came back from Poland, and everybody had such a good customer service when everybody was smiling to you. And like, imagine the cultural shock here. You know how people at the airport who work there,
Yeah.
they do not want to work. It's like people who work in CVS sometimes, you know,
Yeah.
not all of them, but
It's worse than CVS.
Yeah.
It's like, get out of my sight.
yeah. And I'm like so stupid. I'm like a kid who was like 20, and I was like so much skinnier than now, and like I had a bunch of pimples on my face, and I was just like, how do I do this? Like whatever. So I was able to finally check it in, and I was like literally running to my gate, and I got to my gate like they were almost done. There was like 1 or 2 people left of boarding.
Yeah.
So I got to my gate, like, you know, and I sit there in a plane, start cough like I can, and like sneeze and like
Yeah.
all this shit. But then I made it, and what's funny about it, because I never really flew that much at this point, so I was
Yeah.
never scared of flying because I never knew what to compare it to.
Yeah.
I only had like 4 or 5 flights in my life till I was 20. And then we were in this plane, you know, I was listening to High Hopes, and we were like landing in DC, and I swear it was like one of the worst turbulence in my life. Like that was going like this. People started to yell on the plane.
Wow.
And I was like, why are you all yelling? I was like, High Hopes, let's go. Yeah, but basically we landed safely, and yeah, and that's how we got to America, guys. This is a little bit part of this
Wow.
podcast.
This is crazy.
And this guy turned out to be very nice, and he
Yeah.
never like tried to be creepy to me. Nothing. He picked me up in Washington D.C. We stayed at his apartment for like one night in D.C. He also has like penthouse there.
yeah.
And I was like, okay, this is my first little angel, because I have like little angels in my life who like come to my life through some periods of my life, and they help me in a way.
Wow.
Like him, like my manager in Poland, the lady, or like my ex-roommate in Austin. People who watch my channel, they see. But yeah, so this was the story of Art coming to America, and I came back actually to him during the COVID. We spent COVID 2 months together.
Oh, okay.
That's when he got a little crazy. I got a little crazy too. So spending
Some would say you're still a little crazy.
a little. Anyways, that's it, guys. I think that's it, right? We're gonna see you in 1 week.
Yeah.
Sorry, are you gonna edit this episode?
You said you were going to edit this episode.
I know I did. I'm gonna edit.
We'll see them in 2 weeks, actually, because we're not doing next week, right?
Yeah. Oh, 2 weeks. Like
Yeah.
a week and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you gonna do while I'm gonna be gone? Any plans? Any dates?
Any dates? So let's see. I'm still gonna have. Let's see.
Ain't much happening.
Yeah, I guess there ain't much happening. I'll make plans. I'll do something cool.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll go out on the street and interview people.
Okay. You can try it out.
Yeah. I'll be texting you later. I'll be like, Art, this was terrible. I'm so bad at this.
Yeah, that's not that easy. I'm too anxious to do this, but I hope that I'll be able to do it on Sunday. I just need to get drunk. Like, if I'll get drunk, there is a higher chance I'll actually do this. But then there is this thing, I interviewed 10 of them, and I was like, let's get more drunk. And then let's just go home. I'm tired. We earned it. Yeah, it's like my biggest social, and I cannot imagine I did almost 1,000, if not 1,000.
That's insane.
That's like my biggest anxiety. But you know what?
Yeah.
You'll make anything for the coin.
Yeah.
Also, we probably gonna drop our next collab tomorrow or Friday, so you guys should go check it out on
Yeah.
Cooper VIP page or my VIP page. And yeah, check it out on Instagram. So yeah, there's nothing much to add, right?
Yeah.
Have a great day,
Yeah.
and we'll see you in America.
Have a great rest of your Pride Month.
Be prideful. Also, Pride Month is only 30 days. That's kind of homophobic.
Yeah, that
Not
is really
31.
homophobic.